Welcome to another episode of Agrarian Skies. There's been quite a few changes. I've got some clips to show you, so it's going to be a slightly different format than some of my usual videos. Firstly, I saw that you can make wooden armour. Doesn't have much durability. I had to make a new set actually for recording this. I've got some effects which I will go through in a second. If you hear some noises in any of these videos, it's been pretty hot recently in Bristol, and I've needed to get some fresh air, so I've had to leave the door open. I've had 2 deaths. Both of them were because of the jaded bees. Didn't catch them on camera, unfortunately. The first one I just didn't have any armour on, and then the second, because my everything was charging. The second one I was trying to get my stuff and it died. Nausea. Let's get rid of that then. So if I just show you my where I've got up to, I have done nothing in Purple Madness. The wall's getting there slowly. Still getting there with slime. It's taking absolutely ages. I'll be glad when that one's over. Working on the Runes of Magic. I'll show you that one. But first I'm going to do the ritual preparations. Get that one over and done with. That's something I have done actually. Crystal Clear's done. So we'll see what reward we got there. That's been going on for quite a while. I spent a lot of time AFKing recently, or just leaving it in the background or watching streamers and other YouTubers. It's taken absolutely ages, and my dirt's still not getting anywhere. So I might even have to expand that a bit more. Bees and trees. I've got the 64 energetic combs. I had some fun, which I'll be showing in a clip a bit later when I set those up. We've got mellow combs. We can ignore that for now. I've done a bit in your wizard. Did the useful sigils. I can't remember if I did that last time. And then I've got a clip of me getting the Bound and Tide and the Solid Blood quests here. But let's just show you. I have got the sigil on me, but let's just do the bag before I forget. Some diamond gear. So I need some. I'm wearing wooden at the moment. I've lost most of my other gear, so that's quite handy. Lots of thorns. So if I just show you the clip of me getting the bound sword and what I did there, and I'll be back in a sec. Hi, welcome back. I'm just going to attempt one of the quests. As I was saying earlier, I've done the Sigil of the Green Grove in the air one. This is just about doing the bound blade. I've set the ritual out because I wasn't sure how it's going to be done. I'm doing it quite late at night, so I don't know if it's going to go very well. So the idea between this, I think I've got to activate the Master Stone. So throw in a diamond sword. Oh, get on top of there. I don't know if it needs to be. Oh, yeah. And it's just run like hell, so I'm just going to go here. It seems as though half my base is currently being attacked by lightning anyway, because the damn bees, like, constantly putting out fires at the moment. Bound blade. There we go. Now, what's this say? Pick a reward. I'm going to go for the augmented capacity, so a bit of a pain to make. I've made a few, but it's still a pain. Stick these over here. This is all about getting my blood magic to tier 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. These corners are going to have blood stuff on it. How are we doing on blood? Let's sacrifice a few more. I think you're full. I got on there? You're full. Now, I think, let's see how do you use your blood sword? Probably in the next one. Solid blood. Once you have your bound sword, you can activate it by sneak clicking. In order to do so, we use life essence in your blood network. Hitting a mob will give you the chance of getting a blood shard. Blood shards. I need to make blood bricks. Okay, let's have a look. So, okay, so starts as a blob. That's activated. And oh yeah, I can see them. How's my blood network doing? I have loads in my blood network. Anyone see any shards? Nope. I wonder if you can get them off passive mobs or that. Oh, I'm saying that, and I'm so tired. I'm not seeing my the number go up. I should really be checking these for trades. I'm trying to get one of the bees at the moment. A princess of the bees. I've got the drone, but I'm sure I've gone on to that later. And there you go, blood shards. And how do you make a large bloodstone brick? A large bloodstone brick. Stone. Oh, blimey, makes 32. If I have one piece of stone, I'll just finish off this quest. I do. There we go. So we have stone, weak, 32. Come in here. Manual submit. Pick a random flask. Put that in there. Put that in there. That in there. That in there. And have a look at the last bit of quests. So this is unlocked. So I need Lamp of Growth, Fertility. I can make the Magician's Blood Orbs. No problem now. Okay. Well, back to me. But I said it was just that's a little bit quicker than I was expecting. And there you are. So as you saw, I did all that with my Blood Altar over at the start, but what I have done since, as you can see, it's all gone. I made another Blood Altar, there's still this one here at the moment. Is I've moved it up here, and I don't have a clip of me doing this. There's a lot of trial and error, and it annoyed me. So I've moved it up here. This is currently a tier 4 altar, same as the one I had over here when I finished it off. I'm doing it at the moment. I'm just getting some reinforced slates for the ritual quest. I think I've shown this before. Stone going in, coming out. I've just changed it to a barrel just to make it easy to move later. But what is over here? The same way you saw me with the ritual. I'll move you away a second. The ritual I did over here for the stone. This is a Well of Suffering ritual. And basically what this does is it makes a huge amount of noise. There you go. What this does is any mobs, hostile or not hostile, in the area. Oh, right, let's see what you. Alright. In the area, get damaged slowly over time, and it goes into the nearest blood altar within a certain range, and that range is fine. So I was playing around with this. As I said, I did a lot of off-camera work, and one of the things was this. But this is also on top of my mod trap. So you can see me changing that over here. They were getting too much damage and they were dying, so I wasn't getting the mob essence to finish off that. It never ran out, but I could see it running slowly. So what I've done is I've put some cobwebs. This actually kills them just here, but any of them right at the edge where it can't reach, they slowly fall down and go in. But that wasn't quite enough. When I was doing work up here, I wasn't getting enough blood to do something I'll be showing you in a second. So I've been playing around with redneck cable, and this stuff took me a while to get my head around. So basically, this is the auto spawner with villagers, and the villagers were just, when I turned it on, went mental, and this was just, there wasn't enough capacity in it, and there was no point. It was just a waste of mob essence. So what I've done, as I said, this was fun to play around with. This is a programmable redneck controller. It's not that expensive. It's a few diamonds. And I've got in here, it's page 1. This is a timer, basically, which is it's just a square wave, but yeah, it's just a timer. And I'm going to do it 150 ticks. And it puts the value into a variable. So what it's doing is it's just a clock, like you see in normal redstone clocks. It's just on here, and whatever the value of my clock is, it puts it to a variable, and then with that variable, which is here, and the input on the right, if these two are happening, then set the thing of the clock into the back. So this is just a way where I can just supercharge it. That's off. None of this happening, and you can see I get a lot of villagers. And then this, I put a redstone lamp so I can see the status of the cable. You can make a cable status thing that will tell you if there's power going through or not. Another thing with this rednet cable, it has infinite distance, so I can have it all across my base, and it's just the redstone wire for that, and it's not that. It seems I lost the some disk space on my drive. I've been doing some other stuff on the drive. I won't say what it is, and I've run out, which stops my recording. So I've just lost a few seconds, but it's turned night by the time I realised and sorted all that out. So as I was saying, the cable isn't too expensive to make, and so it just keeps it down to about 1 villager. So that's kind of the way I'm doing on here. With this, I have been making, as you can see it here, I can make nether stars. Takes ages, but what I can do is that one. A lot of blood and a block of quartz makes a star, and I have 5 if you include my beacon. Put regen on. I put strength because speed doesn't seem to be doing much, and I don't want any more haste. So I've just put random blocks to make it not that pretty. Because what I was doing is with the stuff I just showed you up on the blood altar, it's deactivated fine. With this stuff on the blood altar, the relic, it's not a relic, the ritual you're seeing takes stuff out of my personal blood network, and because of that, it actually every now and then I get nausea, so I just have to keep clicking this, and it just puts stuff in my blood network. I could put, if I'm not bothered, I can put my orb in. It fills me up to the maximum after a short time because of the infinite amount of blood I'm getting. I could set up a separate system to keep me up to date. I just can't be bothered. If I had my own full player world and I wasn't just doing this for quests, then I'll probably do that. Have 2 tier 5 altars, one or tier 3 or 4 or something, for just to keep my blood up to date, and then a tier 5 with massive storage and everything else, if I ever did that. So a few things I've noticed just after I was stopped recording. Let's go up here. My sheep have all died. No idea why. I've got 2 left. Oh, come here. Thank you. I've got 2 left, so I'm going to have to fireball those back in. They keep escaping, or you saw at the beginning I had loads, and now they're all gone. So I'm going to have to try and work that out. But I will do that bit off camera, put them all back in. But it leads quite nicely to the fact that there are no pigs here. I was doing my bees, as you saw. I had finished the one for the energetic combs, and that was yeah. If I show you that clip, and then I will come back and talk you through a little bit more. As I was saying, I probably would have had cleaned this up before in the next episode, so it's just a quick little clip. I was playing around with excited bees, and if you can see here, all my pigs have gone. What happens is excited bees drop lightning, which I didn't know about because I haven't done any research. Set off my set my pig farm off. All my pigs turned into zombie pigmen. Things caught alight because of the lightning causes fire. It's burnt a hole here, and of course I haven't got my wand of equal trade, so I can't change all the wood stuff out. I can't. I don't want to touch these guys. They're not angry like they are in the Nether, I think. No, they're not angry with me, except for one that keeps chucking potions. All I want is a... And it doesn't even have a flower, so why are they doing this? Let's take that out. So yeah, I might move the excited bees to an isolated area somewhere else. Maybe I'll put them over here. There's no wood. But yeah, I thought that was amusing. You can see some of them have fallen off. Let's try something stupid while I'm here. Oh. It seems they aren't angry at me, but they're infernal mobs part are. Because there you go. Come on. So the group, because I thought, there you go. Yeah, they're angry. And let's just take advantage of being zombie pigmen being idiots. Come on. Come on. Bye bye. So luckily I've got a pig. I have no good swords, which is why I'm trying to. Where do you go? Where do you go? Is he invisible? He's there. Oh, there you go. Okay, so yeah, if you have a wooden farm, don't use excited bees. I'm gonna have to find out what their flower is anyway. Anyway, back to me. So that was a bit of fun with the bees. I found out that the flower is redstone, and as you've already seen, I've handed in all the combs I need for that. But I've been having a bit more fun with the bees. I've been trying to play around. A lot of it I've been doing off camera. It's quite difficult to get my head around these kind of things, especially with the Gendustry add-ons. The thing I don't like about bees is they leave flowers everywhere. So, have I got... That's fine. So, what I've been doing is... I've got to find out which one it is. I think it's this one. I've been trying to get the monastic bees. My main aim is for the quantum bee. Because one of the other things you can see I'm going to need is... And that quantum bee is used to get... Certus combs. So that's what I'm after. And mellow combs. But probably by the time I've got my princesses I need, I would have all the mellow combs I need. But this has got the highest for Certus combs. But as you saw, I need a spectral princess and a spectral drone, a normal, abnormal princess and a hepatic drone, secluded princess and an ender drone. So it all starts off with a monastic princess. Stop it. I'm going to have to fill this up. So whenever I want to stop this, all I do is, because I'm getting fed up now of having to do that, if I leave this in here for 10 minutes, no, wrong way around, put that back in there, hi, just leave that in there for 10 minutes and it's all done, and it keeps me going for a fair few hours. I've just been lazy. So yeah, it's been quite difficult to get the drone. So what's happened is I've got this one queen. I bred 2 drones which I got from villagers because that's the only way of getting the drones. Got them from villagers and then bred them with a forest or a common or something else. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a jaded, because this jaded queen is actually my second monastic queen that I had. So that was a pain in the backside because I thought I had 2. I was getting quite happy with it. So I've been trying to find a way of doing it over here. Oh, hello. Come on. Come at me. I probably could turn my sound back up a bit now. So I've been playing around with the genetic stuff. So I thought I'd just show you what I've done so far. And what these machines do. So we've got... This is what I built first without doing any research. And this can replicate from a full gene sequence, which I'll go into in a second, bees. So what I've been trying to do is, I know I'm going to need quite a few princesses of the monastic type. So I want quite a few drones, because what you can do is you can stick in a bee in here, and you get a blank gene sample, and the labware. These are relatively cheap to do. You get a random trait, which you can see in the bee ELISAs of that bee, and just as an example of these, we've got slow flowering. Is it tolerant? I think that's for rain. Temperature, how fertile it is, and if I find a really fertile bee, then I can put that in to try and get more. This one here is when I first played it, because I had loads of the excited bees. Just played around, and I can give, there's the effect of it of lightning. So if it's a good effect, like the regen one, then I can do it like that. But then I used a normal, the very first tier of bees, and their effects are none. And this is their flowering effect, and this uses normal flowers. So say, I think one of the bees needs an ender egg for the ender drones, if I ever need it, from what I looked in, I can give it the effect of flowers. And instead of needing a dragon egg, it can use a normal flower. As you can imagine, be quite useful. And then you can combine these in a template, and you can kind of build your own bee, which I think is quite cool. And then you can clone this stuff with a transposer. So here's me, I cloned this. So once I have an effect, or one of these things, I can just clone it. Now the best thing about this is one of the things that you can get is, I've got to find it in here if I've got it. Ignore state. Species. So if I get enough monistic drones, so I've been waiting for a villager to pop up for it, or this thing to actually, in here, this to give me some drones, which obviously it's not happened. By the way, a wheaten comb gives you wheat, obviously, and the meadow comb gives you nether quartz. But I need that for the quest. So I've been trying to find villagers for it. I've been tidying up my inventory, so I haven't got one on me. So what I can do is just trade emeralds with them and get as many bees as I can get. And then just keep doing it until I can build basically my own super bee. Which I think is quite cool. So that's going to be my next step, and probably my next episode will be my sheep moved back, which I can do while I'm on camera, and all bred back up again, and then having the quantum bee, which is one of the things I'll be doing. And all this fiddling around on camera means I get a bit more dirt sorted. I'll show you the cobble situation, because I can only call it a situation now rather than actually being useful. So I've been AFK, well, doing stuff for about 4 or 5 hours between the last episode and this one, maybe longer, and I have one more of these, even with this these two massive stacks here. It's still taking an absolute age. How are these doing? Yeah, this is all still going. They're getting filled up pretty well. Looks like this one's not doing a good job. Seems if I might, maybe I'll make another. Oh, hello. No. New stacks. Huh. That might speed it up. What else? My is moving one at a time. Bit weird. And yeah, I've showed this here. This is me just trying. I got some common over here now. Just giggles. Make sure it's used up. So I think I'll call that an episode. I think this is a little bit shorter, but it's a bit more of a challenge this for me. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about that and get away from these mobs. Trying different styles, and let's put me into chatty mode. Yeah, there we go. Been trying different styles. I'm trying bits where with the later game stuff I found with Agrarian Skies, instead of at the beginning where everything was building up, the quests were quick and fast, you know, kept getting reward bags. Remember all these? All of this round here somewhere was really quick. Now, if you look at everything I've got, it's get loads of these. This takes the energized electrum stuff, so that's gold, silver, putting them to redstone, then using in the induction smelter with pyrotheum to get one ingot. So I don't even know where to start with purple madness. I did make a slip up with the purple stained glass. If you use clear glass rather than normal glass, it doesn't count for this. There's 3 types of stained glass. Maybe I can do the purple stained clay. We'll see if we can do that in a second. Finish it off with an extra step. And I haven't even started with the end. So, and I can imagine with these, you know, I can't imagine that this will probably be stage 1. So I need to... I don't know if I'm going to do the end. The episodes are taking longer between them. There's a lot more prep time between episodes, and I haven't been feeling it as much. So you're probably going to get more of the kind of, here's a clip of this, here's a clip of that. And that takes a lot more trying to get the transitions right, or the links between the episodes right, and it's a lot harder for me. It requires thinking about what I've done before, watching the episode. So I'm probably going to do that a bit more because I'm not doing very well at it. You can see the links between them weren't so good, and I think I'm going to be trying a bit more of that to try and get an idea, better handling on it. Would help if Vegas didn't crash all the time. So I'm going to have to see if there's any updates or something for that. But thank you very much for watching. If you have any feedback or anything, if you don't like the style, or you think things I can improve, just let me know. And thank you for watching.